the Florida Blue Foundation in 2001. We celebrated our 25th anniversary of the foundation throughout last year. And in terms of the guiding vision, the intent at the outset was to make it really pretty simple, but at the same time aspirational. And it was to improve the health of our communities. And we wanted to do that by creating sustainable, lasting, and meaningful impact that was more than simply about check writing. And two of our prior CEOs, Mike Cascone and Bob Lafrano, were both instrumental in the formation and creation of the foundation. Under Pat Garrity's leadership for the last 14 years, the foundation grew tremendously and has become one of the strongest and largest corporate philanthropic foundations in the state. Virtually every decision that we make affects people. Yes, important for businesses to be financially strong, but I think it's often, almost always, every bit as important how we achieve results. And it's really going beyond the question of, is this good for business? But asking ourselves the question, is this good for the communities that we have the privilege of serving?
First of all, it's my honor to be here to talk about Charlie. You know, Charlie is a very generous person, generous with his time, generous with his treasure. I mean, Charlie is absolutely a giving person, but like a lot of giving people, he doesn't think about himself at all. And so he's driving this 17-year-old car, and we're having an auction at Mal Washington of a car. So I'm the auctioneer, and I'm thinking, you know, Charlie would be perfect to be the person who acquires this car. Well, what happened was his daughters encouraged me to really focus my auction activity on Charlie. And so we made sure that Charlie was keeping the bidding going, keeping it alive, and in fact, he ended up with the car. But the real fun of that equation was the next day when Charlie came into the office, and he was absolutely amazed that he could enter his car by hitting a fob that opened the doors. Yeah, Charlie, that's like 25-year-old technology. He could lower and raise the windows by pressing a button. He knew that he needed this car, and he waited to buy the car at Mal Washington's gala so that he would be contributing to the community once again.
I think all of us here tonight can come up with countless examples of where community investment has resulted directly in human impact. That frail and elderly senior citizen living at River Garden who has the security and peace of living there no longer faces the awful choice of being able to take meds to prolong his life or putting food on the table. Something as basic as that is one example. Or that young college student at Jacksonville University who was the first in her family to attain access to higher education because of substantial scholarship dollars that she received, and then deciding to become a social worker and paying it forward to her community.
He really sees the dignity in everyone. His commitment across our community is just astounding. So if you're here tonight celebrating Charlie, the best way you can honor him is to be engaged in the work yourself and bring others along as part of that journey.
I would start with my parents, who unfortunately are no longer alive, but I will say that humanitarian values and community service was critical to them from my earliest memories. A deep thanks to each of the community-based not-for-profit organizations that we have had the privilege of serving. A special thanks, of course, to Pat Garrity. The leadership that he provided to all of us at Florida Blue and Guidewell has been inspirational. My many colleagues at Florida Blue, it has been the privilege of my working career to work with all of you. Thank you to OneJax. The work that you do could not come at a more critical time. And to my wonderful wife, Ann, thank you not only for the love, guidance, and support, but also for the extraordinary community work that you have done, both with respect to the Duval County Public School System as a volunteer for many years, and also the board leadership that you have provided with respect to two local incredible nonprofits, Mocha Jacksonville and the Malavia Washington Youth Foundation. And to our 4 terrific kids, Sarah, Jack, Caroline, and Maggie, we are so proud of all of you and the ways in which you care deeply about your communities and the work that you do to make them better. And we're equally proud of your extraordinary spouses and partners who share your values and who are also enthusiastically helping you forge your own humanitarian journeys. It means the world to us.